Greetings all your petrol heads. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing an update on project number 3. I haven't really spoken about project number 2, but I'll get to it. So today I'll give you a bit of an update on our third project that I'm currently working on as well. Well, here's the information. So project number 3 is a 1933, 32, 33, 34, I guesstimate those years, Willis 77. Now this used to be a sedan body and chassis, which we had converted. Well, I got it like this. We converted it to a Willis. The plan is to have so the sedan body, this is what it looked like. See here. This is where you can see where it was cut. The red lines is where it was cut, and the back piece was actually moved forward as the green arrow shows you. And the idea is to build a Willis 77 5-window coupe, and that's what we started off. So it was cut there. The floor pan was not cut, and the fenders was not cut yet. We just cut the back part off and moved the back part forward. So that is what we did to the body. Right. It's a really tiny body, as you can see. It's very, very small. I don't actually know if 2 adult people will fit in here, because it's a really tiny body. You can see these are very, very narrow bucket seats, and they're already touching, and the door will just barely close. So it's going to be a tight vehicle, but so nice. So the idea here is to build a light very light type of street rod, red rod street rod. This is the chassis we have started for it. It's the original chassis. Work that was already done on the chassis. We're going to run the I-beam in the front. This part of the beam we already dropped down about 2 inches. So this whole front beam was dropped down to 2 inches. This will be about the riding height of the chassis. I'm still going to have to work on this leaf spring a little bit and get that leaf spring up a little bit so that these wheels are a bit higher up. So we were busy trial fitting the engine here. As you can see, we've cut out all these braces, or we've moved these braces. So as soon as we know again where they will be, these braces will all go back in. So this is going to be the front suspension. It's going to have the little leaf springs in the front with the I-beam. The rear suspension, busy there fitting the Ford 9-inch. It's going to have a Ford 9-inch in it, with a 4-link rear suspension. We've mocked up some of the brackets for the 4-link suspension. Of course, this part of the chassis leg we're going to cut and move in, because I would like to really put some nice wide tires on the back here. This whole part of the body we're also going to cut and move this whole fender arch in so that we can put some nice big tires. So the idea is there will be no fenders on this vehicle, so it will be an open wheel in the back and the front. There will be no fenders on it, and maybe even no bonnet. The grille will also not be the original grille. I'm looking at running a early 30s, late 30s, early 40s Dodge grille on it to give it that rat rod look. I do have the original grille for the Willis, but it's not very pretty for me. This is how the original Willis 5-door coupes came out with. These are the pictures of how they looked. Right, so Ford 9-inch in the back with a falling suspension, big tires, I-beam front suspension. The engine is going to be a 4.3 litre V6 Chevy. This is just the engine and a gearbox which we trial fitted there, which we're busy trial fitting. So it's getting a 4.3 litre V6 Chevy engine with a turbo 350 gearbox. Okay, here is the little engine, the little big engine, little mighty engine that we want to fit into there. As you can see, little 4.3 with a nice little supercharger on it. Engine is brand newly rebuilt. Very good quality parts in it. We've upgraded the main studs to big block Chevy main studs. We have got Oliver billet conrods in it. Icon forged pistons, specific pistons with the right quench for the blower application with the right compression ratio. There's a competition cam in that I was specifically ground for blower application. It's running bow tie aluminium GM heads, cylinder heads with big valves and with nice bigger valves in it, and the correct valve springs for the blower. Yeah, all the fancy stuff in there. I'm going to run a turbo 350 box. The blower is a little Detroit, I think they were called 435 blowers. It's not a 671 or a 471. But yeah, Mallory electronic ignition. I'm going to run a 750 Holley 4-barrel carburetor on there. Turbo 350 box with a torque converter with a B&M torque converter with slightly better stall. And then of course the Ford 9-inch. Horsepower wise on the engine, I'm not sure. These 4.3s made typically around 200 horsepower standard with the normal head, so maybe with the cylinder heads extra 50 horsepower, 250, 260, and then with the blower, so maybe 350, 400 horsepower in that light body. I think that will be a fun little car to have. Alright. Keep watching, keep watching. Okay, so the next step we're basically doing right now is I'm going to sink the dummy engine back in the chassis and the gearbox, and we're going to start manufacturing engine mountings and gearbox mountings, and then from there I'm going to move to the back of the diff, have the new chassis legs cut and made, and get the rear diff with the four-link mounted. That's the sort of next step on this project, and then of course put the body back and see where it goes. Yeah, so that's the next step we're doing. Once the engine mounting is done, we can refit this cross braces for strength, and have that completed. And then from there I also want to box the chassis, because the chassis is very light, very thin material, which is good what we want. We want lightweight, maximum power to weight ratio here. So, but I still feel that I want to definitely box the chassis. The front part here is nice boxed, but I want to do that same boxing to the rear. The back, of course, is already going to be boxed because we're going to do new chassis legs, like the drag type chassis legs for the falling suspension. So it's only that middle part that I'm going to rebox as well. Okay, keep watching. So the idea with this vehicle is, this is eventually what I want it to look like. It will have a body, no fenders, no bonnet because of the blower. You want to see that all. No side steps on it, on the vehicle. No side steps, no side skirts. Open front just with the grille, and then the back, no fenders, and the wheel must go a little bit into the body. I don't want the whole wide big wheels to stick out of the body. So that's the sort of plan. Here are some of the pictures of what I have in mind. Give me your thoughts. What do you think? On paint wise, I'm not sure if I should just keep this patina. I was actually thinking maybe something like a matte black might also look good on this. Give me your thoughts, say in comments below. Thanks for watching.